Blog Talk Radio.
Whoa, yes, I am calling back into a live show. And who's here? Anybody in here? Hello. Can you guys actually hear me? Oh, good. Hey, Insane. What's going on, man? All right. So I tried to sign on. Everything was cool. Hey, Brimshaw. I'm sorry that this show sucks, but it didn't even start yet. So hold your boos and hold your applause. And by boos, I mean the thumbs down, not the, you know what I mean? All right. So here's what's going on. There's going to be a mediation tonight, a very special mediation between one Cobra Jeff and the man, the myth, the legend, the toilet slayer, Tony Gaga. So before I even get started, I want to do a couple things. I only got 56 minutes left because Blog Talk Radio doesn't want to work. So what I'm going to do is I just want to give a quick hello to a very special friend before I bring on Cobra Jeff. Actually, what's going to happen before we get this going, before I get Cobra Jeff on the air to talk to Uncle T, very simple. I'm going to make a phone call real quick. Well, I'm not going to make a phone call real quick. That's not my thing. I refuse to make a phone call real quick. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to call somebody. Well, I'm not going to call. I'm kidding. It's not me. I don't make these calls. My good friend Sal Manila is actually running for office out in North Carolina, and he wants to give one of his oppositions a call. So I figured I'd open up the show with this. He's going to call up one Joseph Gibson. He's going to have a conversation with him. And we're going to see how this goes. And then I'm going to bring Cobra Jeff on. And then I'm going to have Tony call in. And so that's how the show is going to go. It's going to be an hour. They're going to be mediation. Apparently Agatha, who was this girl that Tony was dating, is now dating or doing stuff with Cobra Jeff. I don't understand how. I don't understand why. We're going to find out. Okay, so without further ado, or however this goes, I would like to give Mr. Gibson a call very quickly. I'm going to call him and I'm going to patch him in through his competition, Salvatore Manila. So please hold. And Salvatore will be speaking to Mr. Gibson. Nothing yet. Dead air. Nothing. No? Nothing? Really? Okay. Joseph did not answer the phone. Tony's toilet is telling me to get off me and stop getting cucked. You get the wrong host for the night, man. Sorry. I'm not using you. That's your other buddy. Okay. We're going to start off with Cobra Jeff, I guess, since Joseph didn't want to answer the phone. I'll try to give him a call back later, and my good friend Sal would like to speak to him. So, Cobra Jeff. Cobra Jeff.
How's it going tonight, Dave?
Man, I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I decided it would be a good idea to sign on, start talking. People are already talking some shit in the chat room. Well, it was one person, but it's fine because I like them. Love you, Rimshaw.
Yeah, it always happens, of course.
It happens. It happens. So here's what I need to do. I need to have you break this down because Gaga's listening. He's on the air right now as we speak. And what I do want to do is I want to lay out a couple of ground rules about this mediation. The first part of this, the very first part of this mediation is, well, if anybody yells or screams or starts getting crazy, I have to mute you.
Absolutely.
And Jeff, you know, because Jeff, thank you, because you've been screamed at quite a bit, and I do not want to have anybody getting uncomfortable. And the reason why I'm giving you the floor right now is because you're the guest, and Tony Gaga, well, Tony's one of the hosts. So I'm being respectful to the guests. And Cobra Jeff, you are a scholar and a gentleman, and I would like for you to explain your side of the story, to explain why Tony has such an issue with you. And that's it. That's how we're going to begin. But go, take it away, Cobra Jeff.
Well, J-Bo, I greatly appreciate you giving me this time tonight to air out my grievance with Uncle Tony. So the whole Agatha thing, honestly, it's a coincidence with what happened with her. So for people that haven't been listening, I have a thing against Uncle Tony because he said some things on the air that were very racist. And my daughter was listening, overheard it, went to school, said those things. I'm going to leave them out just so we don't get in trouble tonight. And my daughter got suspended. So basically, Uncle Tony got my daughter suspended because he can't watch his mouth. Now,
not good.
Exactly. After that, I wanted to get payback to Uncle Tony, so I decided to take a shit on his porch. Happened a couple times. He didn't like it. It happens. Then I framed him once when he was at Calhoun's restaurant. Took a big shit in there while he was there and framed him for it. That was a whole nother issue. So going on to the whole Agatha story. Well, Agatha, I met on Tinder. Come to find out, she lives down by Tony, and I didn't know this in the beginning. So I'm trying to put this in words that I don't offend Uncle Tony or anybody. I'm trying to be civil tonight. I'm going to be the peaceful one tonight. So we've been seeing each other for a couple weeks, and I kind of heard some rumors through her friends that she kind of likes to talk to multiple guys. Well, throughout the time, everything's been fine. She told me about an ex that she left a couple weeks ago. You know, come to find out that ex was Uncle Tony. I didn't know. I didn't put two and two together, but it's Tony. So here we are today with Tony getting pissed off at me over this, and I'd like to fix the situation because I have feelings for Agatha, and I'm sure he still does, and I'd like to get this fixed. So that's where we're
you sound like a very reasonable person, and I don't understand why he has such hostility held toward you. So here's my question. I understand that there were some emails being tossed back and forth between the two of you today. Would you like
Absolutely.
Would you like to share some of those emails, just so we know what we're dealing with?
Absolutely. So I reached out to Uncle Tony first. I reached out and asked him if we could speak tonight to resolve this situation, to talk it out. Again, I'm trying to be reasonable here. And then Tony, like his normal self, has to go all haywire, saying that Agatha doesn't know who I am, but I know Agatha very, very well, and there's a lot of intimate details about her house, about her and her personality that I know and that he'll know, that we can put two and two together and figure out it's the same person. So that's kind of where we're at.
Okay. Now, was he polite to you at least? Because you are dedicating your time and your effort to come in here or to come on the air and have a conversation with me on my show and try to mediate and try to help out. So I was wondering, has he been a gentleman, or has he been as one of our callers would like to call him, a dick suck?
Oh, he's been a major dick suck. Threatening me, calling names, swearing, just screaming at me, kind of like he does everybody. And I have not once raised my voice to him the past couple days. I reached out today as a gentleman to try to figure this out peacefully, and he doesn't want to do that. So hopefully tonight we can kind of work our issues out. I love Tony Baby. Hopefully someday I could be Cobra Baby. Who knows if that's getting a little too much, but who knows?
No, listen, on my show, on this show here, you are known as Cobra Baby.
Oh, J-Bo, I love you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. It's the least I could do with all the hostility.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, Tony should be more pleasant to me. I mean, honestly, we've both hit the same sides, if you know what I mean. We have a lot in common.
Well, you know, with that being said, since you and Tony have both been to the same places, I think he should at least buy you a beer. I mean, he can't buy me one.
I'd love for one, but every time I attempt to message him, he threatens me. I don't know why. So
and not only is that rude, it's illegal. Tony, I know you're listening. I'm looking at your number. That's illegal. You can't do that to our friend Cobra Baby.
I was down there this past weekend seeing Agatha, and we went out. We went out to dinner. We went to this lovely little pizza restaurant. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was Santarpio's, I think it was called. It was my first time there.
Yes. Santarpio's. Yes, that's an East Boston establishment, and actually Agatha loves Santarpio's, and so does Tony.
I honestly didn't know about Tony. I mean, Agatha had mentioned this place, and, you know, of course I'm going to say yes, and I wound up going and having a great slice of pizza, and their mozzarella sticks are amazing. Just got to let everybody know that. And had a great time, and then she took me back to her place, and the story goes on from there, but I'd like to prove to Uncle Tony that I know her and describe her apartment, because I'm sure he saw it at one point too, and just talk it out with him.
Very good. Very, very good. So you know what I'm going to do, Jeff? I feel like this is going to be an overwhelming mediation, and I'm going to try to get my friend, my good buddy, Joseph Gibson on the air to help us. So I'm going to try to call him again. I'm going to try to get Joseph on here just to talk. And then maybe after that we can have Sal speak to Joseph, because Sal's running for office down in, is it North Carolina?
If he actually answers.
I hope he does. I truly hope he does. He's a gem, and he's going to be one of the best politicians in the history of the United States of America.
He has my vote.
Come on, Joe, pick up. You can't be doing anything. Like he can't be busy. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Listen, we have other people that have grievances with Tony Gaga. I believe this is one of them. I'm going to bring him on because I've recognized the number. I'm not going to give it out on the air. But is this Pastor Ken?
Yes, it is.
Pastor Ken, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate the call. You know what? I think we could use you in here as an assistant mediator with the problems between Cobra Jeff and Tony Gaga. And honestly, I would like to know, by the way, great show the other night, the one where I called in because, not because of me calling in, but because of me calling in. I'm kidding. I'm modest.
Yeah, it was a great show.
It was a great show. It's always a great show. It's always great to hear from you. So, Pastor Ken, being a pastor, I know that you've seen this type of behavior before from people, and you've seen a lot of conflict. How would you suggest that I, myself, and Cobra Jeff handle this between Tony Gaga and Cobra Jeff? How would we do this? How could we do this in a way where it's diplomatic and where everybody just, everybody gets to walk away neutral and happy?
Well, that's a good question. You're dealing with testosterone here, okay? You got Tony that used to date Agatha, okay? And now Cobra Jeff is dating Agatha, okay? And for some reason, Tony and Cobra Jeff never got along. So, okay, in order to make this probably work, you have to appeal to Tony's hurt side, okay, that he's no longer with Agatha.
Correct.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Jeff, do you agree with that?
I agree 100%. Going on with what he's saying about his hurt side, all day today, Tony was blowing Agatha up. Agatha kept messaging me saying he's messaging me again, he's calling me again, trying to get in touch after what he found out. So he definitely still has feelings there, and I know he's still hurt.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to appeal to that side.
I personally had this issue happen to me back in middle school, where there was this kid named Brian. I don't know if he's around. You guys probably try to find him on Facebook and tell him that J-Bo mentioned him. His name was Brian. I'm going to give his last name just because. Brian Areola, which means, I think that's part of a tit. I think it's part of a nipple. And I'm being serious. That's his fucking name. Okay? Sorry for swearing, but Ken, sorry. But that's his name. His name is Brian Areola. And there was a girl, Michelle, who is actually still friends with me. Not Tony's Michelle, my Michelle. And so what had happened with this was I was really head over heels for Michelle. I really liked her. But Brian liked her too. And for some reason, I don't know why. I have no fucking idea why, but we were in the 7th grade. I had a mustache, okay? Let's just put it that way. In the 7th grade, I had what Tony would call a mustache. And it was kind of fuzzy. You couldn't really see it. And I may or may not have used mascara to make it darker to make myself look like a man. I don't know. Make myself look manlier. So what I did was I greased up my hair and had one, curl in the front. Not that my hair was curly, but that's what I did. It looked like Leonardo DiCaprio's haircut in Titanic. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So imagine that, but with a mustache. Okay. And I remember Brian and I were really good friends. We used to play kickball together. We used to exchange basketball cards together. The whole bit. He lives right up the street from me. And so did Michelle. And, Michelle played us both. She spent time with me. She let me walk her home. And then she had Brian walk her home one day when I was supposed to. And I was very upset about this. Brian ended up getting punched in the face by me, which I am sad to admit. I did punch him in the face. This was only after Michelle kicked me in the balls. Him and I never, ever, ever became friends after this. Now, if there was a mediation between people that actually loved and cared about us, I'm sure Brian and I would be friends right up to this day. I've tried to find him on Facebook. I've tried to talk to him before. I remember seeing him back in 2006 after I had already, I think my daughter was like 2 years old, and I was like, hey, we're over it, whatever. But no, never got a chance. So yeah. But this is what I'm trying to avoid with Jeff and Tony. I don't want Tony to be upset with Jeff.
Well, hopefully, I'm not upset with Tony at all. I know things happen, but he has to also understand I can't help feelings. And I know he might still feel for her, but it's time to move on. And I'd like to speak to him as an adult, and hopefully we can work this out and just move on. I mean, hopefully he can keep his composure. That's what I'm hoping for tonight.
Yeah, that would be great.
Right.
There's no reason for him to be upset. I mean, if Agatha did play both of us or whatever, it's something him and I need to work out and need to speak to each other. And just yelling and screaming isn't going to resolve this issue. Let's, be men and talk it out and get a solution here.
Right. I agree.
Right. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is, there's actually someone else that's been messaging me crazy who wants to get in on the mediation before Tony, because Tony is stirring right now. I'm getting a lot of text messages with Tony telling me to hurry up. He wants to get on the air. He wants to talk to Jeff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on one more person.
Okay.
So, yep. And we're going to have another discussion. I just want to get everybody's feedback. I want to get professional mediation feedback. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to bring, let's see, who is this? Jeff, is that you?
That's not me.
It's not me.
Well, it's definitely not me. So I wouldn't be able to, do that.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, well, let me bring on the other mediator. I've got some, okay. Let's see. Okay. Let me bring on the other mediator. That's not me. Go ahead. Someone from the 506.
Hello.
Oh God.
Please.
BoJ, Kenny, and
hello,
Jeffy.
Jeffy.
How you doing, Pat?
How are you?
Good.
I am blessed and highly flavored, my sons.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay, listen, behave, because I don't want to get rid of anybody or mute anybody. So, now that we've heard from Pastor Kent, could you maybe weigh in on the mediation aspect of of Tony and Jeff?
Well, I am a great Mediterraneaner. Let me say this, my sons. If you listen to my sermons, some of which I made especially for Kenny, is the 11th commandment. And it says, thou shalt not be a bitch. So bitch nice. Tony needs to stop being a bitch and allow Jeffy to partake in his show and earn the deserved name of Jeffy Baby, my sons.
Well, I agree with that.
Agree with that. Thank you.
Ken, do you agree? Do you agree with Kent? Because we're already working on a mediation. Maybe you two could be friends as well.
Oh well, yeah. Well, Pastor Ken and I are friends.
That's great. I didn't know you guys were friends. So you guys are all friends now. The BBF drama stopped. You joined God's Rainbow Ministries with BBF and Kent. And you guys are all...
No, I didn't join GRM 2.0. I didn't join that.
Okay.
That's the clone that BBF always talks about.
How does BBF have the technology to... Kent, how does BBF have the technology to create a Ken clone? I mean, we've been trying to clone humans for years. What does BBF have?
I don't know. You have to ask BBF that.
He's got the top scientist. He's a billionaire.
I remember when my dear Joshua Higgins was alive. He was able to prove when there was another clone Kenny by the eyelids and the markings of the fake Kenny. And the real Kenny was able to prove that he wasn't fake by sending a picture of his nipple piercings and
what?
Show us that the mark of the clone was not underneath the bottom eyelid. But only the real Kenny would know this.
Wait a second. Hold on. Who has their nipples pierced?
I have my left nipple pierced.
Oh.
Wait a second. Hold on. I have to ask. I'm gonna ask. You know I'm gonna do it. I hate anything near my nipples, including an uncomfortable shirt. How does anybody get their nipples pierced, and how the hell did you do that while riding a bike? How did you do that? Because I know you ride a motorcycle, right?
Yeah, but I got it done in my tattoo shop.
Okay.
If you have your left nipple pierced, it means you're a bottom, right, Kenny?
No.
What is that noise in the background?
Does it mean you are a bossy
you, right?
bottom?
That's not me.
Okay.
I don't know where it's coming from.
I want to go on to say maybe it sounds like someone's mixing up like freshly made pasta, or somebody's lubing up a certain body part, going to town on themselves. It sounds like someone's jerking off. Can I just say that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to ignore that for now, but oh, hey, somebody's really upset and he wants to come on the air. Well, not like that. Someone's really upset. He's going to I'm going to bring him on the air real quick. And everybody, let's hear from Tony Baby. I'm going to talk to him first. Nobody say anything. And then we're going to all just have a nice conversation. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
But the jerking off noises have to stop. I don't know who's doing that, but Kent, that's not you, right?
Oh no, my son. if I was jerking off, the sounds would be louder because I have a massive package.
Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna bring on. I'm gonna bring on. What the hell is going? Ken.
Yeah.
Ken, I'm. All right, you know what? I'm bringing Tony on. If we can all just be quiet for a second, I'm gonna bring on Tony.
Okay. What?
Okay.
Mediation. Mediation.
Wait a second.
For what?
Ken, I gotta mute you for a second. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Okay.
That is very frustrating. When I have a guest on the show and I have another person in the background of the guest who is trying to, and I hope that abusive shit doesn't happen tonight. You know what I'm talking about, Jeff? I don't want to hear it tonight.
I really don't want to hear about that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it either.
Poor Kenny.
All right. Well, my good friend DC2 just texted me and said, be careful because it sounds like Tony F is going to beat the dog shit out of Kenny. We don't want that on the air again. I don't want that on my show.
No.
But anyway, ladies and, well, if there are ladies listening, Gina, shout out to Gina. And gentlemen, I am bringing on Tony Gaga. Tony, T, you're on the air. You're on the air, brother.
You know, so
Hey.
this is all garbage, and it's not true. What I want to say
Jeff
about
wouldn't lie.
this is, I let you use my channel, and my show's very serious. Your show's not serious.
My show's very serious.
I want you off my channel, you son of a bitch, and I want your stupid friend Jeff off
Tony,
my channel, and I want
Tony,
your stupid friend Johnny out of here, and Jessica out of here, and I want, who else is there? What else is doing mad? Son of a bitch, he's out there.
Whoa, Tony, you can't swear.
Aggravating me for no fucking reason at all. I'm a radio show host.
Okay, Tony,
and you
I'm
want to
gonna mute
aggravate me?
I'm not aggravating you.
Son of a bitch. Hey!
Tony, I have to mute you. Jeff.
I would like to talk with him, but I can't reason with him when he's like that. I'd like to just. I know he's in denial, and I'd like to just calmly explain to him the proof and let him know all the proof that I have, and just get this out in the open. I'd like to work through this. I'm not mad at him. I don't want him to be mad at me. I'd like to work this out.
Well, I need to get him back. He just called in and started screaming at everybody. Hang on. Ken, are you still there, Ken?
I'm still here. Yeah, we're here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
First, can I just say I don't want to hear any violence? Not on the show tonight.
There ain't gonna be any violence. There's never any violence over here. Just the stuff that y'all make up.
I don't make up anything, Tony.
You know what I mean. Those fake callers, the one that sounds like Cartman and the old man from Back to the Future, the Ken and the fake Tony F. You know, the ones that are supposedly violent and beating each other and locking each other in cages, but the police never come, and they wear helmets and, silly stuff like that.
Tony.
How's the show going, J-Bo?
Tony, this is the longest I've heard you on the air. Can you listen? Can you, Ken? Could you pass? Either have Tony weigh in. I want to hear what Tony has to say as far as the mediation goes between Cobra Jeff and Tony Gaga, because no one ever hears Tony F aside from when he's on the show and he's in the background. Bring him to light, Tony. What is your opinion on Tony Gaga and Cobra Jeff's argument and fighting? What's your opinion? How can we make this better between these guys?
Well, yeah, but if you make it better, then what's going to be the good of the show? We need Cobra Jeff and Tony to be going at it for Tony Gaga to have a show. It's what makes it interesting. If they become friends, then there's no, it's just like, all the fake stuff that goes on, with Ken and I on the show, on Tony Gaga's show. We realize that it's, It's entertainment.
Yeah, it's entertainment, and that's what Tony should realize. That this thing with him and Cobra Jeff, it's entertainment.
Well, Tony, you sound like you have animosity toward me when I don't have any toward you.
Oh, no, I have no animosity toward anybody. It's just, but I'm constantly being labeled as violent and that I hit people and this and that. And, I learned in psychology a long time ago that violence is the sign of a weak mind. So the last thing I'm going to do is hit anybody.
Yep. Very interesting.
So I have no animosity toward anyone.
Well, on that note, as far as and I have to just answer this question real quick. Luring TJ Hooker, no. I did admit to having sensitive nipples, but my wrestling weakness is not a nice titty twister. Thank you for asking. But since violence is a trait of a weak mind, I hope that's not standing for me, considering I participated in a sport for 10 years that was violent.
No, I'm not talking about wrestling or boxing or anything like that. I'm talking about physical violence between the two people for no reason, just to hurt somebody. That kind of violence. If you can't talk something out face to face verbally, then there's no sense in it. Violence is not the answer.
I'm sorry, Kenny. Ken, are you trying to say something? I can't. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
No, I wasn't trying to say something. That's somebody playing a recording.
Oh, Jeff.
Yes, I'm here.
You're a stupid bitch.
What?
I did. Between the jerking off noises and someone said
a stupid bitch.
Kenny's calling someone a stupid bitch.
No, I didn't say a word. No, witness right here.
No, Kenny hasn't opened his mouth. Sorry. Abo asked me to come up and say something, and I moved forward, and Kenny hasn't said anything else.
Okay. Well. All right.
That Jack voice is certainly not
will not
over
open
here.
his mouth unless we say it's okay.
Whoa.
All right, Kent and Ken, please don't argue on the air. I'm trying to have a decent conversation.
Do not
where we can
curse at me, Kenny.
I didn't curse.
I'm getting confused between because I'm hearing multiple voices, so I'm getting very, very confused.
Okay, well, the only voice that you're hearing coming out of our end is mine, which you asked for. Kenny's not opening, has a word.
Okay, so that solves that.
See, that's not Kenny.
It sounds like he's in the background.
No, he's not. He's not in the background. We're sitting here right next to each other.
Okay.
You know as well as I do that it's one of your callers. You know it. I know it.
Okay, I'm just checking because I don't know, because the only person I have here is Cobra Jeff who wouldn't do that. I know Cobra Jeff, and I'm not so sure about Kent. Kent, are you making those recorded noises and masturbation noises on the air? Kent? Kent's not there. Okay.
No.
Oh, no. He left.
Kent?
No, not even.
I am on here if you're calling me, Bojay.
I am, because I think that I feel as though the masturbation noises and the Ken getting angry noises are from you.
Yes,
Could I be wrong?
are. No, you're not.
Like I said before, if it was me stroking my massive package, it would be making a bigger noise.
Ew, that's nasty.
Of a hurricane or tornado.
Nobody wants to hear about this package. Gross.
It would take 2 hands and maybe some forearms.
Yeah, it would take 2 hands, I agree, to cut the vomit that would be coming out of me. Gross.
Okay.
You are jealous.
Oh, no, never. No. No.
So wait a second. Have you guys ever met? Has Tony F. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. I hear Ken saying dick suck in the background, and I'm hearing...
Ken is not saying a word.
Okay. So have you ever had a conversation? Have you ever crossed paths?
Have I ever had a conversation with who?
Kent, because it seems like you two have a really good back and forth. Kent, have you ever met Tony F?
Yes, my son. He gets online sometimes, and he masturbates to me. And then he sends me pictures of his anus. And then he wishes
I could honestly say I'm 100% gay, and I would jack off to lesbian porn before I would jack off to you. Because that's gross, Kent. Stop it. You and your penis. That's how we say it in Texas. Penis.
Okay, well, guys, if you could just hold on a second.
You know I'm that easy.
There's that fake Ken again. Your show.
Oh, okay. Well, can we have the real Ken say something real quick, just so I know that it's not the fake Ken?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Thank you.
Kenny.
Thank you.
Can you please clarify something? Do you beat the dog shit out of Tony F, or does he beat the dog snot out of you?
Nobody beats up anybody.
There is violence.
Answer me a question, and be honest. Are you really as disgusting as you sound?
Well, you know, it takes one to know one, right?
Yeah, probably. So what you're saying is that you're gay. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's come out for us. I like that.
No.
I have gaydar. I can sense your torment, Ken. Do you need to come out? Is there something you need to say, dear?
My penis in you and Kenny. That makes you faggot.
What? You want to put your penis in either me or Kenny? Well, see, that makes you gay. Come out, my brother. Feel free.
Well,
that makes you faggot.
Release those demons, Kent. Come out for us right here on J-Bo's show. Admit you're a dick.
I lived as a gay man for 2 years, but no longer. Because there is much room.
Once a gay man, always a gay man. Once you get that taste of dick in your mouth, it ain't going nowhere.
No.
Ooh.
Yes.
If you knew how much vagina I get here in Canada, you would know.
How cool. Vagina and Canada, they rhyme. Oh, vagina, sweet vagina in Canada. For a greasy freak.
Okay, guys. So hold on a second. Tony's trying to ring in. Let's all be silent for a second. And we're going to have not Tony F, but Tony Gaga. So we're going to bring Tony Gaga.
I'd like to hopefully calm down.
Okay, Tony. Tony F. This Tony F. Tony.
Did he say I'm a fag?
I don't know. Jeff, you still there? Because I hear fart noises.
I'm still here.
Okay, Jeff. Okay, here's Tony. Tony, I'm going to bring you on, but if you start mouthing off again, I got to put you back on mute. And I can't deal with this. Okay? Because this is a proper radio show. Everyone's behaving. Pastor Ken's here to support you. As a matter of fact, there's somebody else that's calling in who is a psychologist, who's a doctor, and I think we're going to bring him on the air to help out. I believe this is Dr. Peter Dr. Peter Paul Ventura? Is this Dr. Ventura?
Good evening. This is Dr. Peter Paul Ventura from Imperial Beach, California, at Bible Believers Church.
Hello, Dr. Ventura. I believe I had you on the show before with one of your friends, Joseph Gibson.
That is correct. I've been serving at a capacity to be Joseph Gibson's mentor. I went from being his mentor when we were incarcerated to his master, to his pimp, and now I am his role model, if you will. We've forgiven each other for several things. There is no longer animosity towards us, except when Joseph Gibson relapses and is on the bottle or on drugs, and he denies that just about 2 weeks ago, I was on his show, and I gave a testimony, and later on, I believe we both were called Dr. Fishman, and he was saying, "You're not the real Dr. Peter Ventura," but again, I don't know if he had drank the whole bottle of whiskey or rum or whatever it is he's drinking now, or taking the prescription drugs. But either way, it's when he's sober, we have great conversations. And listen, I don't know how informed you are about this, but I pimped out Joseph Gibson in jail, so I forgive him for lots of things, but. Yeah. Okay. So you're aware of our dealings or history, and but it's sad, yet it's great because it's a love-hate relationship. We love each other like brothers now. So we argue, but at the end of the day, we get along. Yes, I did trade his body for other things. I did force him to perform sexual services for cigarettes, soups, and shoe shines while we were incarcerated. But that was a long time ago. That was the past.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it seems. Well, I have two very highly esteemed Christians in the room here. We have Pastor Kenneth Fishman, and we have Dr. Peter Paul Ventura. Two doctors. We have two doctors, and this is great because we can help mediate. Now, Dr. Ventura, have you ever met Dr. Pastor Kenneth Fishman?
I've actually called Dr. Fishman. I've called his show plenty of times.
Okay. Pastor Ken, have you ever met Dr. Peter Paul Ventura?
I've never met him in person, but he sounds like a good guy.
Okay.
Is that the one from the Gibson Show or the one from the Tony Gaga Show? Which one is it?
Gibson
There's
Show.
two, you know.
I thought there was just one. They sound the same.
No, there's two definite different voices.
Well, I've actually called and been on the phone. Right. What's going on? Is everybody okay? Somebody dying back there?
Is everybody
okay
all right?
Okay, well,
I don't know what.
Whoever's making that weird noise, just try to cut it out. All right. Tony, not Tony F. Tony Gaga, come on up, man. Cobra Jeff wants to speak to you. You guys, we have 11 minutes left. Let's try to square this away. Go ahead.
You
Tony.
know you're a fucking moron. Do you know you are a fucking moron? And I swear to God, I'm gonna grab Jeff by his fucking face, and I'm gonna slam him across the fucking car, and I'm gonna do it until he doesn't get up no more. You wanna talk shit? I know you're a local guy. You fucking son of a bitch!
You're being muted. You're muted again.
You tell him, Tony Gaga. You tell him. Tell him, Tony. Tell him.
Jesus.
You muted him. He could still hear me, correct?
Yeah, he can hear you. I muted him. I didn't hang up on him.
Okay. Well, because he's not going to let me speak my piece to him right now when he's screaming. So let me just state the facts of how this is true. Okay? Uncle Tony, I've been to her apartment, okay? Her apartment it's a nice 3-bedroom apartment. We visited there last weekend after we had some pizza. Very small little kitchen. You know, the one thing I got to ask you about Agatha is, does she have these weird fetishes? She's got this really, really weird photo hanging in her kitchen. It's a picture of a cow with a chef hat and an apron on cooking. I mean, have you ever noticed this picture before, Uncle T? It's just weird. You know, we're sitting there trying to have a romantic night. I hate to say it, I'm assuming it's the Victoria's Secret lingerie that you had bought in her a few weeks ago. She decided to wear it for me, and I kind of hit the sides right on the table. I mean, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, and if that's not proof enough for you, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you could come back on and just talk to me about this, I'd love to just talk it out.
Wow. Okay. So, you know what? On that note, what I want to do is I'm going to bring Tony back. I'm going to try to bring him back on. Before I do this, what I want to do is I want to just quickly, because I have 8 minutes left. Tony, I'm going to bring you back on, but you got to stay calm. What the fuck was that? Sorry, what was that? Okay.
Tony, baby?
It sounded like a screech. I don't know. Ken, are you still there? Tony F, you guys still there?
Yeah, we're still here.
Okay, great. You know what? Let's see. Dr. Ventura, are you still there as well?
I am here. Whatever. I'd like to help mediate in any way I can, or be of some service. But if I need to be quiet and let these guys hash it out, I can observe from afar.
Okay. Well, we're all just going to stay quiet because I mean I know the following people on the air will not make noises. I know Ken understands how hard it is to have a radio show, so he's not been disruptive at all. Jeff has been a great guest. Dr. Ventura has been a great guest. I had to let Kent go because I believe he was the one making the masturbation noises, but I still hear them for some reason. So now, Tony, I'm going to bring you on one more time. I'm just going to bring you on one more time, man, and I need you to stay very calm. I can't have you lose your shit. Your blood pressure goes through the roof. I remember one time you were screaming at somebody in a McDonald's parking lot, and then all of a sudden you grabbed your rear end and ran into your car and drove off very fast. You got to lay off the Big Macs, my friend. The secret sauce will go through you. You have your friends here, your Blog Talk friends here. So let's try to get this going. We're going to try to get this going. Tony, I'm going to give you the floor. If you act like a fool, I'm going to have to mute you or hang up on you because we have 6 minutes left. All right? So try again, Tony. What was that? Who keeps farting?
Tony?
No, I didn't bring him on the air yet, but it probably echoed like across the town that I live in. Okay, so Tony, he's texting me right now, by the way. He's saying he's going to do a show after this. So I don't know if you guys want to stick around, but he is saying he's going to do a show after this, and he wants to talk to Cobra Jeff. All right, so here we go. Tony, I'm bringing you on. Tony, please behave. Do not get upset. And let's try to get this taken care of. We have 5 minutes left. All right, let's go. Tony, you're on the air.
I'm calm.
Good.
J-Bo, I'm calm.
Good. I'm glad.
Calm.
Good.
I just want to say that I think it's time for you and I to part ways. I got to do my show on my channel. You do your show on your channel. Ways. I'm not giving you the password no more. You're threatening to be the king of Blog Talk. Mr. Nut. And I think you have more to do with what's going on with me. And
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just trying to be a friend.
I don't like it because these are things that friends are not supposed to do to friends. You know.
I'm just trying to get you to talk to
pretty
Cobra
much
Jeff.
at this level of betrayal.
This isn't betrayal.
It's betrayal. It's fucking betrayal. You fucking Judas!
Call me a Jew?
Shut up! You fucking Judas! You're a Judas son of a bitch! Fuck you!
Okay, you're... I didn't even get a chance to hang up on him. You hung up on me.
Okay. Wonderful.
Jeff. Okay. Well, anyway, listen. I'm 4 minutes down. So, all right. Apparently, he either called me a Jew or a Judas. I think he called me a Judas.
Judas.
I mean, all right. Well,
Judas.
Anyway, he says he's coming on the air, so I guess you guys. I'm gonna call him back. I'm gonna call in. He has the password. So do I, obviously. Jeff, feel free to call in and talk to him. I just want to thank Cobra Jeff. I want to thank Pastor Ken and Tony Farrar, not frittata. He's not a breakfast food. Pastor Kent, and I want to thank Dr. Peter Paul Ventura for stopping by, and I want to thank Joseph Gibson, who did not pick up the phone and pollute the airways. And I guess let's all tune into Tony Talk. Although God's Rainbow Ministries is coming on right after this. So pick and choose, figure it out. You guys do what you got to do. And thank you, everybody, for calling in. Ken, thank you.
You're welcome.
Tony F., thank you very much. Good luck on your show tonight.
Thanks, Jay.
That's disturbing. Okay. Cobra Jeff, thank you. Whoever's masturbating, thank you for, and I definitely want to thank Dr. Peter Paul Ventura. Thank you, guys. I will, let's all tune into God's Rainbow Ministries and/or Tony Talk. And I'm out. I will host another show sometime next week. Hopefully, maybe not. Maybe I will. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Jay.
Good night.